So now I give the floor to Silja Klepp, and we thereby start the third thematic session, Learning and Education.
Yeah, thank you so much. I feel that we are very much connecting now to many aspects that have been taken up already. And that makes me very happy, of course. I'm also very happy that my colleague Arne Körzinger is here, who is the co-UNESCO-Chair for Integrated Marine Research. And we have also this very interdisciplinary dialogue, as he's a natural scientist and I'm a social scientist. So thank you for being here. It's a great honor and pleasure for me to introduce the photographer Barbara Dombrowski today to you, with whom I have been working for several years. Also following the last panel, we would like to underline the power of art and images in learning for sustainability and the possibilities of artistic research. Possibilities that are opening up for artists, researchers, and for society to address ontological and epistemological difference. Moreover, possibilities not only to study and observe societal challenges, but to address our emotions, values, and actually also social inequalities and injustices. We have worked together in Oceania, in Kiribati, and now in Sicily, in Italy. Both times, we worked on climate change, coastal protection, sea walls, and different ideas of sustainability and nature. In the images of Barbara that you are about to see, the technical infrastructure stands out. You will see images of concrete that stand for the often failed or impossible idea of controlling nature. Likewise, these images of concrete stand for the idea of humans being able to address and solve everything with technical solutions, including climate change. Barbara and I take up this technological fixed narrative of ecological modernity and relate it in new ways. This relational thinking that you will find visualized in the pictures of Barbara is the basis of our work. We believe that it might be the basis for change in human-environment relations. We use our work both for original research and for science communication. I sincerely thank Barbara for the work we do together, because she's opening up for me new perspectives, new ways of thinking, new ways of seeing. And I think that this artistic research approach, moreover, which opens up so many new ways of connecting and understanding, is actually also, of course, very important for learning together and for social ecological transformation. And now I would also add that it's also very important to form a debate space about who are we, for example, and to create something like an eye-level negotiation space, so to say. And of course, now the floor is yours, Barbara. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Benno Verlen, for your invitation and for the possibility to show some of my personal artwork and to give you an insight into the collaboration between Silja Klepp, professor at the Institute of Geography at Kiel University, and myself, Barbara Dombrowski, diploma photo designer and artist. In my personal global photo art project, Tropic Ice, Dialogue Between Places Affected by Climate Change, I contextualize indigenous peoples of all 5 continents: Achuar and Inuit, Mongolian nomads, Maasai and Micronesians, by portraying the people without victimizing them, connecting their images in art installations and having the images partly destroyed by wind and rain as a representation of the destruction that is happening to people due to climate change. In addition to the connection of all 5 indigenous peoples and the slow destruction of the textile material, the installation contains a 3rd level which wants to emphasize the view of the animistic peoples who see all life as animate. But now at the beginning of my presentation, I would like to give you a little insight into the collaboration between Silja Klepp and me. And therefore I have to share the screen with you, and hopefully this will work. Okay. I start with a quoting by Silja Klepp. Together we want to underline the power of art and images in learning for sustainability and the possibilities of artistic research. Possibilities that are opening up for artists, researchers, and for society to address ontological and epidemiological difference. Moreover, possibilities not only to study and observe societal challenges, but to address our emotions, values, and deeper understandings. So we come to the first occasion of our cooperation. In the climate system, Kiribati is one of the most vulnerable island nations in Oceania. Around the world, climate change is causing sea levels to rise, but in the South Pacific, they are rising particularly fast. The existence of entire communities is threatened by flooding, even without an unstable Antarctic. Erosion is eating away the land. Coral reefs are bleaching and groundwater is becoming saline. Most of Kiribati is not even 2 meters above sea level. That is why I decided to visit Kiribati in the course of my photo art project, Tropic Ice, Dialogue Between Places Affected by Climate Change. In connection with my project, I met Silja Klepp, who had already done research on climate migration on Kiribati. And we started a scientific artistic cooperation and looked at different coastal protection measures in relation to climate change on the atoll island state. Since the Enlightenment, Western influenced people have encountered nature as a resource available to a human. We no longer see ourselves as part of nature, but as standing above it. We are in the Anthropocene, in which almost every corner of the world has been shaped by humans in one way or another. Consequently, modern enlightened man acts by seeking naturalistic solutions that manifest themselves in the form of hard infrastructure, in our example in Kiribati, as concrete seawall. The measures result from a superior attitude towards nature, and often disregard and overlook its laws, which in the end leads to their failure. On the other hand, there are possibilities to implement traditional knowledge in combination with respect for nature and the solutions already available through nature, as in our example in Kiribati, a renewal of coastal protection through mangrove forests, which are able to absorb large amounts of carbon dioxide. These measures are also cost-effective and sustainable. They promote local employment and provide protection and habitat for fish and shellfish. After our first joint project in Kiribati, Silja Klepp and I decided to focus our attention on the European region as well. We started our current project in the Messina region in Sicily. The action of engineers against nature can be found in multiple failed coastal protection projects that disregard nature cycles, such as the removal of sediments from the mountains that normally settle on the coasts and thus contribute to the preservation of the beaches, which in combination with hard infrastructure, such as piers, leads to massive erosion along the entire coast of the Messina region. In the artistic realization of my work, I focus on the affected people of the regions and connect them with landscapes that sometimes more, sometimes less clearly explain what this can be about. My work is about a reflection on the lost human-nature relationship in the context of the climate crisis, and with it, a reflection on outdated strategies for problem solving in natural contexts that have defined us since the Enlightenment. In relation to Silja Klepp's and my collaboration, we are also concerned with bringing complex scientific relationships to an emotionally tangible level. Quoting Silja Klepp, we use our work both for original research and for science communication. Our work makes me see and feel differently and in unexpected ways. Moreover, I think this artistic research approach, which opens up so many new ways for connecting and understanding, is important for learning together for the social ecological transformation. That's what Silja said. So that leads me to conclude my presentation, and I would like to give you a small insight in my work, Tropic Ice. Climate change threatens not only places, but above all people and beings. In order to give people a face, I have visited so-called tipping points, climate-relevant places all over the world. Greenland and the Amazon rainforest, the Gobi Desert, the savanna near Mount Kilimanjaro, and Kiribati, an atoll island in the South Pacific. I showed, for the first time, in and next to Forest of Hembach and the lignite mine, an art installation of photographs uniting Inuit and Adjua, Mongolians, Maasai and Micronesians as ambassadors of all 5 continents and different climate zones. By combining their portraits, I built a bridge between them, bringing them into a dialogue and show that everything is interwoven. So I'm gonna stop this at this point. For more information, please visit my website, barbaradombrowski.com. And I would like to thank you for your attention and yeah, say goodbye. Bye-bye.